Hi guys, Eric Pathy back with another record review. Wow, I got 1,700 views on the last video and I haven't done a video in a while. So just to give you a little backstory, did videos last year, love this hobby, been in this hobby my entire life, literally the son of an audiophile. I had the reel-to-reel in the house growing up, the Nakamichi Dragon, the first CD player when my dad threw out all the albums and then converted everything to CDs. I grew up with the blue meters, which is why I have the blue meters. And I did videos, been doing videos on this channel since 2015 for my sports information business. About a year ago, I stopped because I got an exclusive on another website and just was too busy. And I decided with the beginning of football season, I need a diversion from work. It can't be sports and football all week long, all day long. So let's do something that's fun. Let's do back to my hobbies. So I was pleasantly surprised. Keep in mind, these videos aren't even monetized. I had monetization. I lost my monetization due to not playing content. To be honest with you, I don't care. I wasn't doing this for monetization. $100 here, $100 there. Who cares? I'm in the high stakes sports betting business. I could care less about $100. I don't personally need to do these videos for anything other than just an outlet of creativity and content. So with that being said, I love the community and I love the comments. One of the comments that I received on the video was, appreciate your honesty, from Evan Shear 5378. Never seen someone go against the grain on any acoustic sound product. Quite refreshing and fantastic review. I don't believe I was going against the grain. I watched the video that Chad did. This wasn't about poo-pooing the UHQR. It was about basically saying that if you're gonna charge that amount of money for the album, you want it to top whatever you already have. And as a critical listener, I wanted to lay out the differences. I don't use fancy words. I don't need to do 25-minute videos, not poo-pooing anybody that does. That's not what I do. In the package where I received the UHQR, I received 3 other albums. So as I do these videos, I'll cover each one. And I love acoustic sounds. They get a lot of my money. So with that being said, let's talk about Funkadelic. Let's talk about, I am obsessed with Maggot Brain. I listen to it at least once a week. I'm also an aspiring bass player. My son is a guitar player. And if you go online on YouTube and you search Flea Maggot Brain Fender bass, you'll see his interpretation. So I've been working on that myself, which he basically takes the guitar part and plays it on the bass. So let's talk about the difference between both of these recordings. Well, the first thing is one album on colored vinyl, orange vinyl, which is the original one that I had, which sounds fine. The other one is on black vinyl, but it's 2 albums. And the 2 albums, and the reason why I bought it is not because of the hype sticker. The hype sticker says remastered from new high-res analog transfers. Includes bonus Maggot Brain 12-inch with 2017 reworked by Detroiters, remix, and 1971 live performance 180 gram black vinyl. Now, what I will say is this, I do believe the black vinyl sounds better than the colored vinyl of the original studio version. But let's talk about these two. For as cheap as it is relative to these other audiophile albums, this is what I purchased this album for. This 1971, September 12th, 1971 live recording in Rochester, Michigan, and the Detroiters redo in 2017. Now, the 2017 version live is akin to the studio version with the guitar. If you're a guitar player, you know that a majority of the bends are on the 15th fret of this song on the high E. So he's basically just smashing that 15th fret when he starts the song. It's 15, 14, 12, right? So when I listen to the 2017 Detroiter version, it's kind of like listening to the studio album. But the piece de resistance is, if you're into drums, is the 1971 side, this side. Because there's not a lot of bending on that E, on that 15th fret. There's not a lot of that. There's not a lot of that. What there is the drums. The drums are spectacular on the 1971 live version. So if you're a guy that's into drums and you want to see the drums move into the forefront, I would definitely recommend, if you already own any reiteration of Maggot Brain, to buy this new one to get this live. The Detroiters, the 2017 is good, but the 1971 is completely different, where the guitar almost takes a back seat, right? It's not in your face, where the main song is all about the guitar. In the 1971 version, it's all about the drums. I'll be covering the other two albums in the next record review. Like I said, I'm an audiophile. I love the community. I do this for fun. It's a good outlet, especially in football season when I'm working 7 days a week, no days off, except when I come home and I get to fire up this system or get on the bike. That's about it. So let's talk about the gear. A lot of people want to know the gear that I use. I have the Eggleston Works Ivies behind me. I have the Macintosh original 601s, not the 611s. I have a Backert Rumba 2 preamp, not the latest and the greatest, but amazing. I have the Pearl Audio Kid Thomas turntable with cornet tone arm. And as always, I forget the DS E3 with the new box and the magnetizer on top. I love being surrounded by vinyl. I was watching a video the other day, just to go off tangent, and somebody was saying, if you're in it for the music, there is absolutely no reason to purchase a turntable or have vinyl. If you're in it for the music, and I love the guy that does these videos, if you're in it for the music, you can spend 40 grand on a digital rig and you're done. You have to spend 20 grand, he says, on a cartridge, and 30 grand on a tone arm, and 80 grand on a table. And yes, if you look on my YouTube channel, I have a friend that has all that. I spent 8 grand on this turntable with the tone arm, $27.50 for the cartridge and their version of the Phonostage. It sounds amazing. Go watch Sonic Flair's review on his website on the DS Audio optical cartridge. Now, what I want to say for all the people out there that watch this and maybe aren't into vinyl or don't have a big vinyl collection, as a 51-year-old man, I love to collect things. So if you're looking for the best music, just like they said the CD was it, and you're going to say it's always digital, that would be like someone into books who only goes to the library, takes out a book, reads it, and returns the book, and when you walk into their house, there's no books. But every bibliophile that I know gets comfort from being surrounded by books. Having a library of 1 million books. No one walks into somebody's house and sees 1 million books and says, you could take all these out at the library and just return them, and then you wouldn't have all this clutter in your house. I personally would not enjoy coming home to a sterile sound room with the lack of 1,000+ records. It would take all the fun out of it for me. A lot of people talk about the cover art and the collecting. For me, I will say it's an ADHD thing. I don't enjoy streaming regardless of the sound because it's too hard for me mentally to find out what to listen to. As has been covered in other videos, I see people on iPods or iPads that use them as their controller. And they go from one track on one song to another track on another song. I'm committing to an album, whether it's a 45 or a 33, I'm sitting my ass down and I'm listening to every song, regardless if there's my favorite song or my not so favorite song on that side. I'm not picking up the needle. I'm not doing a needle drop to a particular track, beginning to the end. And maybe my OCD is that I have to play the entire album through. And that's how I roll. So a lot of people, I think, listen to albums not because of the sonic nature of it, the collecting, the part of their interior design. I don't see any books being made about streaming collectors or DAC collectors, but I see these huge hardcore coffee table books about people's vinyl collections. Do we know that most people can't listen to all the albums they have in their lifetime? Well, are you going to read every book that you have in your library? So with that being said, if you're new and you're getting into vinyl and it engages you more, not because of the sound, but because you're engaging with the whole entire nature of it, of slowing down and chilling out, which is what somebody said in the video the other day, then you're going to listen to more music than you normally would. I personally, when I'm in the car, don't listen to music on purpose. I only listen to sports talk radio because that's my business. But I will say that if you're going to apply logic and you say, well, I can buy a system and I can buy a streamer and I can spend no money on content. Think about it. If you're someone financially, $80 an album, $40 an album, and I can pay $20 a month on a streamer service. I have a streamer over here that my business partner Ted gave me. It's there. I never use it. I have a billion CDs over there. They're there. I really don't listen to them. I'm all about the vinyl, the cleaning, the process, and the listening, even with the pops and the cracks. So with that being said, if you already have Maggot Brain, buy that new issue for the live 1971 version, and I'll be back with the next record review at a later date. Good day and good luck.